Hey everyone, Bryan Stahl. We're about 6 months into this and I wanted to give you an update of all the people that I've connected myself to, the circle that I've built, our wins, where we're at, some of our losses. So let's just start out. I want you to actually research the names of the people that I've connected myself to, that I've learned from, and you'll be able to learn some of the things that I have for free and not actually hiring them an advisor. Alex Mayer, I don't know if you guys heard of him. He just rang in the New York Stock Exchange bell for selling his company Zeus for $300 million. He owns Mentor Box. I'm actually lucky enough that I became friends with him and Tai Lopez, that I am now one of 18 that bought the company Dress Barn, and we have a group of investors that are taking that company online. They had 600 brick and mortar stores and they all went bankrupt. So Alex is an amazing CEO, he's an amazing leader, and we're gonna follow him into that. I've learned so much from him, from what it means to have the difference between a cash flow business and an equity business. He's inspired ideas into me, he's helped me in leadership. I'm so thankful for his advice. Tai Lopez, which is his business partner, we've met several times. Some of the most powerful things I've learned too about cognitive biases, introducing to me that type of psychology, to handle different situations, to protect yourself, and to just sell better. David Goggins. I've become really good friends with David Goggins. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's a retired Navy SEAL, 17 years in the Navy SEALs. He wrote a book, Can't Hurt Me. If you need to be driven, if you need to change your mindset, you have to buy that book. It's an amazing book. David has gone through so many challenges in life, from Navy SEALs to running ultra marathons. You have to read the book. What I've learned from him is mindset. Is you could have massive things come your way that is a disruption, is a problem in life, and you need to know how to compartmentalize it, minimize it, and move forward fast. Joe Williams. I've just been working with him as an advisor. He ran Tony Robbins' Wealth Mastery for years, and Joe is an expert on communication. And we meet a couple times a year, and we go through different practices, different lessons. And he's someone that you could also follow and learn to maybe improve your public speaking, to improve your presence when you're in a meeting. Alan Belcher. He's one of the toughest guys I've ever met. He was in the top 5 in the UFC in the mid-2000s. He came up here and did a speech for 300 people. And what I learned from him is, he's in the octagon facing other grown men that are trying to take him out, knock him out, and start to understand that mentality. And now he's switched that into business, and he introduced me to Brazilian jiu-jitsu, which I've now been taking lessons for 6 months. And really what I've learned from that, it's a strategy. So if you can get your mind and your body in unison when you're talking about Brazilian jiu-jitsu, it unlocks and opens ideas for you. And he introduced me to Mike Stewart, who is a black belt in Finksburg at his own shop, Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, under Helson Gracie. And once a week, I go for a private lesson, and he kills me every time, of course. I'm a beginner. I'm a beginner for sure. It's a matter of how fast he can choke me out now, not if he can. So I'm really thankful for both those guys introducing to that. My only request is that I need to be able to carry both my babies and run. Ryan Stewman, he calls himself, he's known as the hardcore closer. So I actually got into an understanding networking by talking to Ryan. He introduced me to David Goggins. He introduced me to the next gentleman, Nate Bailey. Nate Bailey, what I love about Nate, he's super relatable. He's a lieutenant in the Army, and he does ultra marathons. He has a book called The 100-Mile Mindset. Him and Satema Ghali, which Satema won the Super Bowl with the New England Patriots back in the day. Sorry, Eagles fans, if you're watching this. And they run a company called Men's Wealth. They teach you principles. They teach you the process of how to run through problems and organize yourself. And they're winners at the end of the day. Evan Singleton. He's one of the world's strongest men. I believe he's in the top 15. Guy's 6'6", 300 pounds. And when I'm around him and I watch him, his work ethic. I don't know if too many people outwork him. So what's the point of me mentioning all of these names to you? This is my circle now. This is who I've surrounded myself. When I have questions or need advice or want to bounce something, I go through either Alex, Ty, David, Joe, Alan, Mike, Ryan, Nate, Satema, Evan, all of these top guys in their industry. Who's in your circle? Who is it? Think about it hard for a second. Do you still have the same friends you do that you had when you were in high school and college? Are you the best in your circle in different attributes? And that will slow you down. I found that to be my case. My friends still joke with me because I said the phrase before on another video. I said, I thought I was an 8 or 9, but I was really a 5 swimming in a sea of 3s. And some of them took that personal, but they shouldn't. They should look at it the same way I did and level up and surround themselves with people that will help them level up. And I didn't mention 2 people. I'm not going to mention them because they were also advisors, but it went really bad, meaning I lost $15,000 with one of them. Flew out to California, spent $10,000 and went bad. And so why do I bring this up? Is instead of me suing this guy and trying to get my money back, the service that he provided me was so bad, connecting to all these other guys, it inspired me for an idea. And myself and someone that used to work at Microsoft, that is a master chief technology officer, came up with an idea that we're going to be bringing to the market in the next few months, that we've already been offered $6.5 million for the idea. See, the mind is a vacuum. And if you do not input things into the mind constantly, whether it's good, bad, or neutral, you will not be able to be creative and come up with ideas and inspire yourself. So I'm actually thankful for this guy. The lesson I learned from him for $15,000 was well worth paying it. And I got nothing out of it of what I wanted at the moment. But I chose to change my mindset. I chose to raise my emotional intelligence to a level that most people are incapable of. And it's by taking all of these people that I mentioned and the little bit of I learned and said, how can I win? So what I want to leave you with is, think of who's in your circle, level up, and these guys are expensive. Like, this is not cheap. Every one of these individuals somewhere was between $20,000 and $35,000 cost for them to be an advisor to me for a year. And then we became friends, and most of them now, I don't pay anything, and it's just that relationship. And I became business partners with some of them. Mentor Box with Alex Mayer. If you don't have the money for these guys, go check it out. Mentor Box, it's $7 a month, and reading can be the same type of practice as you being with these advisors. If you can't afford that, you have to be reading a book a week, and that will kind of make up for it. So guys, we're 6 months into it. We've expanded to Texas. We're growing here at Fidelis. We're still hiring at Fidelis. I'm traveling to Florida in a couple weeks, and we're going to check out about expanding down there and creating a business relationship in Florida. I just got back from Detroit, and I was in a room with people that have been in my business for years. I sat there and listened to them. I learned from them. I took away a simple idea that was staring at me in the face that I didn't realize I could do here, and it'll be worth $40,000 over a year. You have to constantly be seeking out to be the student in every place you are. So keep following me. I hope I'm coming across as a relatable business person to you, that someone that can convince you that if I can do it, you can do it, because you just don't quit. So if you have any questions or you ever want to reach out to me, ask me a question, you're welcome to shoot me a private message and we can set up a time. Maybe I can mark 5 or 10 minutes for you. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.